Everyone, welcome to this video. In this one we're gonna deploy a VM instance using the compute engine within our Google Cloud platform, and we're gonna use different features, and then once it's deployed we're gonna connect to it using SSH from the web console. So once you are inside your Google platform and you have created a project, you can start deploying VM instances within the Google Cloud. They call the virtual machines as virtual machine instances. And to get to this, you click over here, go under the compute engine, you can click on it, and there is no compute engine that available within this project right now. I'm going to create one. And some of the things that you have to select is, first of all, it's telling me how much this machine is going to cost. Okay, this is $25.46 monthly estimate. That's about $0.035 hourly. Okay, and pay for what you use, no upfront cost per second billing, so that's good. And I have $300 credit still remaining, so I can use it. So the first thing, I'm gonna say a test machine. That's gonna be the name of the machine. Label is similar to tags in Azure, so I'm gonna say compute, and maybe I'm gonna call it Debian. Okay, and save. Now next thing, I need to choose a region and a zone. So region is the larger geographic area within which Google has multiple zones. So for example, the central US, you can have 1 2 3 4 5 different zones. Now if I change, say if you go to east, in this one you actually have 3 different zones, not 5. So your number of zones will vary depending on which region you are selecting. So let's choose maybe the US is D as my zone. Now again, read this, your region is permanent and zone is also permanent, so you have to make this decision at the time of deployment. You cannot change it later. Now the machine configuration, you can depending on your workload, you can have general purpose, compute optimized, or memory optimized. Every time you go your machine type, you have multiple different options. So you can also see that your series is also changing. So compute optimized, you have C2 memory, so it's pretty easy. C compute for C is C2, memory M for M1, and general purpose should be G1 in my opinion, but it's a E2 E series. Okay, now once I'm going to select stay in the general purpose, and here machine type, let's use the first one, shared core. You can have either shared core or the standard core. In here I'm just gonna use the 2 1 gigs memory. Okay, so let's select that one, and you can play around with this one. Next thing, confidential VM series, I'm not gonna worry about this one for now. Boot disk Debian GNU, I'm gonna choose for this particular deployment. And identity, I'm not gonna change anything. Allow HTTP, let's allow both of them. And what I want to do in here, I want to look at few other things. Let's see over here, management. So if you see over here, that's kind of hidden. You have to select in this one if you want to configure more stuff at the time of deployment. So if I click on this one, I have more options that I can do. So management is one. Under management, deletion protection, enable deletion protection. If you want deletion protection enabled, instances cannot be deleted. So I'm not going to use this one because I would like to delete this instance once I'm done. Reservation is something usually automatically use created reservations, so usually to save money, a lot of times people would use that. Automation is something that you can use. You can add a startup script. For example, what we are gonna do, we're gonna install the Apache server, so we can quickly do a quick bash script, and that would be bin bash. And then what we'll do, we'll just say apt get and then update, so that will update your system. And then we'll do apt get and then install and dash y, so it's not requesting for your permission, then Apache 2. So that one should install your Apache in my machine. Now metadata is something you can use custom metadata for an instance. This is useful for passing arbitrary values to your project or instance that can be queried by your code on the instance. We don't really need that at this moment, but I can as well. So let's try maybe server, and I'm just gonna call it Apache. Okay, now availability policy, we have some more options in here. A preemptible VM costs much less, but it lasts only for 24 hours. It can be terminated sooner due to system demand. So what I'll do, I'm just gonna turn it on because I really don't want to use this machine. So if it's deleted after 24 hours, I don't care. On host maintenance, this is, I don't have any option to choose, so automatically it will terminate the instance. So if you change that one to off, if I change the preemptibility to off, then I have option to choose what do I need to do with this machine. Okay, but I'm just gonna choose this on, so this machine will be automatically deleted within 24 hours. So we have configured a whole bunch. Let's go back up to the top one more time. So this is the management, so this is a little bit hidden to my, in my opinion. So you can go to the security. Under security, there are a whole bunch of tabs. Security, what you can do, you can turn on the secure boot if you like. So there are a couple of things that are already turned on. Turn on the TVPM, which is the trusted platform module. And integrity monitoring, this is also very important. If your important system files are changed, the Google will be able to track it. Now SSH keys, what you can do, you can create your own SSH keys if you like, and then put it in here. For the disk, what you are doing, delete boot disk when instance is deleted. I like to select that one because I don't want to waste money on the disk just by forgetting deletion of those disks for that is associated with the virtual machine. Encryption, you can let Google to manage your encryption, that is default. You can also use customer managed key, or you can also have a customer supplied key. Now the next thing I'm gonna look at is the networking. Networking, again, you can provide a network tag. For now I am going to go with the default name. You can provide even a host name, for a custom host name for this particular image. Say do Debian. So I'm just gonna choose, and just remember that it has to be this name will be permanent. This choice is permanent, just remember that one. So it's going to create a default network interface, and that's about it. And then the sole tenancy, I'm just not going to mess with this one at the moment. So I have looked at whole bunch of options. So mainly these features, the management, security, disk, networking, and sole latency, they're a little bit hidden, so you have to go and kind of look for it if you want to change something. And the network interface, if you want to change this one, you can click on the edit button. That is going to give you options for the default network. Okay, and the sub network, primary IP address, external IP address, ephemeral, you can means that IP address will be always associated as long as the virtual machine is running. IP forwarding, if you want to forward IP address from this machine, I mean packets to other machines, you can keep it on. Right now I can keep it off. Okay, so we have created whole bunch of and gone through a whole bunch of options. So I'm just gonna hit the create, and it usually takes just about a minute to create this machine. And again, you can look at the notification bar over here, click on this one. So it has now started, so and this is done. So it took probably 15 seconds or so, and yeah, there we go. And the easiest way to connect to this machine now is just click on the SSH button, and it will give you a cloud shell, and it will give you the SSH command shell window where you can start messing with this particular virtual machine. Again, it will connection via cloud identity proxy failed, not authorized. You may be able to connect using cloud identity aware proxy. So usually it just logs in just without any problem. There is some problem with the key, it looks like, but this is the general way how you create the virtual machine, and how you can connect to the virtual machine. So right there, it's now connected, and over here we can do CPU info is the PU. Okay, so do get um, it's the password. Alright, there we go. So now you can look at it that I can run all kinds of commands, and Debian basu is the name of the machine that I created. And you can look at if config. So that command is not available over here at the moment, but it's fine. So we know that we have a machine that we have connected successfully, and we have created in seconds. Okay, there are other ways to connect the machine. In another lab, we'll go through and look at how to use the gcloud command, and also how to use the SSH client from your local machine to able to connect to this particular virtual machine. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you have learned something. If you like the video, give me a like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.